What about you? What are your thoughts on it?
I definitely think women should have bachelorette parties.
Okay.
There definitely needs to be strippers involved.
Okay.
You're celebrating two different things. One, you're celebrating like your last night of freedom, like that's it. After tonight, you're settling down. This is the last man for the rest of your life.
Are you really free when you've been engaged to?
How long have you been engaged, though?
Let's say, hypothetically speaking, most people are engaged for what? 6 years? 6
months.
6 months to 1 year.
Yeah.
Right. They got to get the money up for the wedding and everything. So let's say 6 months to a year.
But at any point of those 6 months to a year, here's your ring and dip. But once that paper's signed, then you got legal fees. Then you got to go through all these different hoops. So the bachelorette party, that's your last night. Like, that's it. Like, after that, you're done. And then you're also celebrating, that's it. I'm done. I found the one. That's it. So, yeah, incorporate, like, your mom, your sister, your close friends. Like, bring those people. But also then, like...
have fun, too.
Bring on that spice.
That last cock before the real cock.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. All right. So you think it's appropriate even if the girl, the bride-to-be even had some sexual relations with a guy before?
Look, that's on them. I mean, if you want to, yeah.
Yeah.
But
do you think that's appropriate?
Yeah. Why
you think
not?
It's okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, the guys are going to do it, too, and they're not going to say shit.
Are men and women the same?
Wow.
Are men and women the same?
Yeah. Why can't we be equal?
Are men and women actually equal?
In most cases, yes.
What cases are we equal?
We're both human. We're equal that way. We
Fair
both
enough.
breathe air. We both bleed.
Do you have what I have?
I definitely don't have a dick. I wish.
Okay, well then we're not equal then.
Yeah.
Do you have tits?
Definitely not.
Okay, so yeah.
We're not equal.
That proves his point.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
In that way, we're not equal.
Just saying.
So wouldn't it be fair to say that since we're not the same from a reproductive sense, that would translate over to our sexuality as well, and we're not equal? If our reproductive organs aren't the same and equal, then which are used for sexuality, that would in turn mean that we are not equal sexually either.
Correct. But we need each other to function. So
What was that?
I said, but we need each other to function. To
Of course.
recreate.
No, of course. But that doesn't change the fact that we're different sexually, which is your whole argument is that, well, if the guy's going to go out and fuck on his bachelor party, the woman should be able to as well.
Yeah.
But we just discussed that the men and women are not equal sexually.
But why is that not okay? Like, the homeboys ain't going to say nothing about their friend going out and and if your girls are really your girls, they ain't going to say shit to your man either. Like, nobody's going to know.
What if she got pregnant that one night, married a dude, had the baby, he's like, oh, I have a kid. It ain't his kid. How would you feel if you were that man? Like shit, right?
I would feel like shit. But also, if I was that female, first you need to wrap it before you tap it. Like, let's just be safe. Okay? And you should probably be on birth control.
You should be a rapper instead of, oh, sorry, no man, but
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting. All right. Does anyone agree with her on the panel? And just out of curiosity? No? Why y'all being pussy? No, you're like, no?
I just make faces.
Yeah.
This is why women deserve less.
No. We'll continue. That's an interesting point. Okay, so in your take, it should be, yes, it's a celebration, do whatever they want, strip club, etc. Even if they hook up with another guy, it is what it is because you're not officially married yet.
Right.
Even though you're engaged.
Right. It's just like a last hoorah. Like, there's no emotion, no ties, no nothing. It's a last hoorah, and you're done.
Fair enough. Let's say this. Let's say the guy does find out that the girl had sexual relations, and he leaves her. What are your thoughts on that?
On to the next one.
Okay.
He clearly wasn't the right one.
So, okay. So he wasn't the right one. Interesting. So let me ask you a question. Let's say you were going to get with a guy, right? And you guys were engaged, etc. And you find out that at the bachelor party, excuse me, he maybe sucked another dude off. Would you call up the wedding?
No, I would ask what technique he used, and would he like me to use the same one?
Okay, so you would be okay with him doing that?
Sure, if that's what he wants. Yeah, if that's what tickled his little pickle. Perfect.
All right, so you would be okay with dating a guy that plays for the other team, or marrying a man that plays for the other team? Then
does he also play for my team? Like, can he?
Sometimes.
I guess sometimes.
On Tuesdays.
Okay, cool.
So you would be okay with that?
Yeah, why not? Let's have a threesome. Come on.
Well, that would be a train in that case.
Choo choo.
It'd be two dudes.
Choo choo.
If he likes dudes.
Yeah.
Thomas
if
the
the
Train.
dude likes
You'd be okay
girls
with
too,
that?
like, why not? If that's what pleases him.
What about the rest of the ladies on the panel? Would y'all be okay with that? Would you still marry that man if you knew? No.
If I knew what?
that he sucked the dude off at his bachelor party?
I mean, I wouldn't be okay if he did like anything with anybody.
Okay, but would that be okay? With a girl, woman, you wouldn't like it anyway. But with a
Yeah.
dude, would it be worse?
It would be the same. You did something with somebody else, so
Okay.
bye.
All right. So my point is that like all the other girls wouldn't accept that, right? And I think rightfully so, because you don't know what team the guy plays for. And what I'm trying to illustrate here is that the same way most women would not accept that, most men would not accept their fiance getting banged by another dude. They would probably call off the wedding. I would argue probably 90% of guys would probably call the wedding off if they found out that their fiance.
That's why a lot of people aren't married, and that's why there's a lot of divorce out there.
Do you think it's in a guy's best interest to marry a girl though after he finds out that she banged another dude when they were engaged?
Toodles.
If it's toodles, then it's toodles. But if you can accept the fact that there's flaws, because everybody's flawed, you can accept the fact that it was a mislapse in judgment, or it was.
But wouldn't it be fair to say that's a big flaw though? Like for.
What? How can you decide what flaw is big and what flaw is small?
Because men and women look for different things. Let me ask you a question. Let's say you were out with a guy and some dude grabbed your purse, right, and just ran off, and he didn't do anything. He let you get punched and robbed, and the guy ran off, and he just looked at you and was like, would you be with that guy?
No, probably not.
Yeah. So that's a big flaw because he can't protect you, right?
I mean, did he just not do it because he just didn't want to, or did he not do it because he can't do it?
He can't do it. It's a flaw.
He can't do it. Like,
yeah,
he
he's just soft.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, he can't protect you.
He's fearful.
I mean, that's your flaw, but
that's a deal breaker,
I can
right?
protect myself better than you can protect me, like, I don't need you around.
Exactly.
If you don't add to my table.
Fantastic. Leave. So if you're gonna go and have sex with a bunch of dudes, that's a big flaw for most men. They're not gonna want you at the table.
Yeah, if you have a sex with a bunch of men, yeah, nobody's gonna want you.
So why is it that it's okay for you to not accept a man that won't protect you, but it's not okay for a man to not accept a woman that doesn't want to have wants to be promiscuous?
I didn't say it wasn't.
If you just said it before, like that's a flaw.
If you don't want to accept them for the flaw, then don't accept them for the flaw. But there's someone out there who will.
What I'm arguing is that most men are not going to accept that flaw that you just gave, which is a girl having sex with dudes when she's engaged. Just like most women would not accept a man that can't protect her.
What would you say the percentage is?
A majority.
Give me a percentage.
I mean, we could poll the audience right here and ask them, but I would argue 90% plus of men, if they find out that their wife was having sex with another guy right before their marriage, he would probably call the wedding off.
Yeah. That's still 10% that would be okay with it.
So you're okay with the minority?
Yeah.
What if I told you the guys that would accept that aren't the guys that you're attracted to?
Ooh.
Men that are attractive to have options typically don't tolerate infidelity, especially at that level where they're their fiance.
Nowhere did I say I would do infidelity, but if it's okay, I mean, I'm okay.
You won't do it? You're advocating for it?
So yeah, you're making an argument for something you wouldn't even do?
It's giving me STDs.
Whoa, yeah.
No, but I get what you're saying, though. At the same time, like, let's be real here. If you had a choice to make between your man forever or one night for fun, what would you choose?
Probably my one and only, my forever husband, but
so you arguing for something that you don't.
So why are you arguing for something that you wouldn't even do yourself?
Because fairy tales are bullshit.
Who hurt you?
Wait,
who hurt you?
I'm
Indiana Jones.
Emotional damage.
Wait, I'm confused how cheating on your fiance equates to
somebody hurt her, bro. Somebody hurt her.
I mean, not every. Okay. This comes because my dad has literally cheated on almost every single woman he's been with, and he's been married 5 times, been engaged 3 other times besides that. So if my dad can find love and be out here hoeing around, anybody can do it.
Is your dad like a successful guy? Attractive dude?
I wouldn't say he's that attractive.
Does he have money?
He got game.
Not really. I wouldn't say like a bunch of money. He's fine. He's well off. I mean, he just retired, but he went back to work. He works for a contractor now.
Yeah.
He's not rich by any means, but he does fine for himself.
He does 6 figures?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so he makes more than 90+% of men then?
Yeah.
Okay, so he is attractive.
Yep.
I mean,
money's the only thing that attracts you.
Status and income is a big predicator on a man's success with women. Not always, but it does help significantly because women look for that in men. So, I mean, your dad cheating on women isn't the same as if your mom were to cheat